What's going on, everybody? It's TheZachMichael here. Today, we're going to be making a beat using OMNISPHERE. This is the VST that I like using a lot in my beats. And we're just going to kind of be making a beat using exclusively OMNISPHERE kind of as the only main VST. But if you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, check out lizardrecords.net. On there, I sell a bunch of kits. And actually, one of the types of kits I sell on there is VST sound banks. And I actually have a bunch of sounds that you can see here, all designed within OMNISPHERE that are made by me. These are all different sound presets that you can use. And yeah, you just kind of load them into OMNISPHERE and you get a bunch of new presets and new sounds. So we're just gonna kind of get started here and make a really sick beat. And we're gonna go 155 BPM and we'll do it in C minor. So kind of as we do this, I'm gonna kind of talk a bit about OMNISPHERE and why I really like OMNISPHERE as a plugin. And we're also gonna kind of answer the question is like, is it necessary? Because a lot of producers, when they're upcoming, think they need OMNISPHERE. And to be quite real, do you need OMNISPHERE? No. I don't think you need any particular VST to make good sounding music. There's people who make good sounding music on free VSTs, and there's people who make good sounding music with crazy, crazy expensive VSTs and all live players, and they don't even use plugins and all this different stuff. At the end of the day, it does not matter what you use, it's how you use the tools you have. And once you realize that, and that your tools actually don't necessarily matter to the extent that you think they do, it lets you kind of focus on what does matter, which is the actual skills you learn. But these are some of the reasons that I like OMNISPHERE compared to some other VSTs. The first reason I like OMNISPHERE is it has a lot of really sick built-in sounds that sound absolutely incredible. Now, obviously, today I'm only using sounds that I've designed, but there's tons of sick sounds that come stock preset-wise for anybody who doesn't want to design sounds or doesn't want to buy expansion packs. You get a bunch of really sick sounds right out the box. In addition to that, another thing that I like is that it has a wide variety of sounds. Like, it doesn't have something limited to one particular genre or style. There's a lot of kind of different sounds, which just gives you the ability to create a lot of different types of music with one VST, which a lot of people find convenient, you know, that they can just do that. Now, a downside to OMNISPHERE, some people say, is that it doesn't run good on the computer. And while that might be personally true for some people, I've never really experienced that issue, so I can't really speak much on that. I don't have any sort of issues with it loading, or anything along those lines. But I'm sure there's ways to kind of fix that, like rendering out each sound when you're done, only having one instance open, etc. But I haven't really noticed that. But some of the reasons I like OMNISPHERE also include that the sound design is very intuitive. It's very simple to pick up, but there's also a lot of different complexities to it that certain VSTs kind of lack. Like, you can do a lot of different things. Like, there's granular synthesis and there's tons of built-in effects that sound absolutely incredible. Like, it's just one of those things that you'll kind of learn the specifics as you go along, but the interface to actually design sounds is well created. Like, it's well set up. And in addition to that, there's just a lot of different options and possibilities with it, which I happen to like. If I'm going to use a VST to design sounds, I want to use one that has ease of access and a lot of ideas and just a lot of different stuff. So I can be as complex or as simple as I want and make really any type of sound, which OMNISPHERE definitely can do, as I've made hundreds of sounds within it. And all sound fire and all sound different and unique, and that's one of the appeals of OMNISPHERE for me, is that I can make really, really sick sounding stuff. It doesn't have to sound like one particular thing, which I like. Another benefit of OMNISPHERE for me is that there's a big community of people who use it. There's a lot of producers, including myself, who make sound kits for it. And I'm personally someone who loves to support the producer community and purchase different kits, and some people give them away for free and all different stuff. There's just I love having access to new sounds. And Omnisphere is a plugin that once I buy it, and then I, you know, install those sound packs, I'm good to go. And it's just new sounds, like, all the time, which I like. I love experimenting with sounds and trying different stuff. There's definitely other benefits to Omnisphere as well that I'm not even mentioning here. And I'm sure other people, you know, have posted and talked about those before, because there's a lot of other stuff as well, but I'm just kind of talking about my unique experience with it. And honestly, I do think you can only use Omnisphere and make tons of beats if you want, but I also don't think you need Omnisphere to make good sounding beats. I think a lot of producers get that twisted and think that having Omnisphere is like a cheat code, and I don't think any VST or any tool is really a cheat code, because it's about how you utilize the tools, not what the tools actually are. You know what I'm saying? It's really about how you use plugins and use the sounds that you have. So I would worry the least about the actual equipment you have and more about how you're using it. But Omnisphere is a pretty viable purchase for a lot of producers who do want, you know, that style of sound, which has a lot of styles of sounds, but, you know, also a lot of big producers use it, so I feel like a lot of people want it because of that. There's so many other reasons, but honestly, this is just kind of my little take on it. I think Omnisphere is sick. If you want to purchase it, awesome. Do you need it? Not at all. And there's just some of the reasons I listed there. I'm sure there's tons more. If you do decide to purchase Omnisphere, I have a bunch of kits on my site. They're pretty affordable, and they have a bunch of different fire sounds in there, so feel free to check those out. Thanks for watching. Head on over to elizabethrecords.net if you'd like to support me. You can purchase VST expansion banks, drum kits, loop kits, and MIDI kits that'll level up your production there.